Welcome back to Tommensense, everyone. Have you ever thought of what it actually takes to run a business in a small town? So in this series, this is the third video where I have the privilege to sit down with a small business owner and talk about their business. Now, I am located in Peace River, Alberta, and that is about 5 hours away from the major center, which is Edmonton, and about 2 hours away from Grand Prairie, which is a growing center here in Alberta. So I am talking to all the local business owners in this area that I can. And again, this is the third business owner I get to talk to, so there are more coming up. I'm excited about this series because this is something that's very important. They get to tell me what they're excited about, how they started in business. So if you ever thought about starting a business and you're in a small center, this is how you can do this. So if you watch the series, I already talked with my wife, who's a photographer. I talked to Becky. That was last week. And earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with somebody else. Thank you for watching this far. And now you get to see my discussion with this business owner. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And again, all the information for this business owner is in the description below. That's how you can reach out to them. That's how you can find out who they really are. Welcome back to Tommensense. Today I am at a special location and I am talking with Kristy. And this is Kristy. So Kristy, if you could introduce yourself and let us know where we are today.
Hi, my name is Kristy. I own Heart Industrial Supply and Mile Zero Signs and Promotional in Grimshaw, Alberta. I started Heart Industrial Supply, my husband and I, 12 years ago. And I started doing the signs and whatnot about 5 years ago. I just separated the two last year, and yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so why did you guys start Heart and Industrial Supply? What was the reasoning behind it?
Well, my husband Brian is a welder, and he goes from town to town, and sometimes had a hard time finding stuff he needed for work, welding supplies, coveralls, boots, whatnot. So it was kind of his idea, his brainstorming, that we decided to open a welding and safety supply business.
This wasn't your first location for Heart and
Yeah, yeah,
oh, it actually
yeah,
was?
it was. Yeah, you
Okay.
betcha. I actually have pictures of it just being an empty shell. So everything that's here we did. I had never owned a business, let alone a retail store before, so I had no idea what I was doing. Lots of research and lots of help, and yeah, so 12 years later, here I am, knowing a lot more than I knew back then, and still learning every day.
Yeah, for sure. What else do you want to let people know about your business?
Well, the sign business came about because I was selling a lot of construction signs, safety signs. I was sourcing them from a business out of Edmonton. I wasn't making a lot of money off of them because I was basically paying somebody else to make them and ship them to me. So I started out with just a 24-inch vinyl cutter, just making construction signs and safety signs. And from there, I got a heat press and started making some t-shirts, and then a hat press and started making some hats, and did that for about 2 years. COVID hit, of course, and so we were kind of at a standstill. Thankfully, I managed to stay open. I was never forced to shut down. I was deemed essential. But it was, there was no expanding our business at that time. We were just kind of trying to stay alive and figure out what was happening. So then in 2022, spring of 2022, is when I bought the latex printer and cutter and whatnot. And then in August of that same year, we purchased the embroidery machine, and I just went from there. So
You've been, every time I come in here, just so you guys know, she's always busy running around, projects on the go. And if you see, I'm actually wearing some of the merchandise that she does. So if you guys want, I'm going to ask you for your information later on anyways, for your store and all the things that you do. If you guys want to buy some of these t-shirts or make your own, reach out to Kristy.
Yeah.
She can do this stuff. And then later on, when I am actually monetized, this will actually become a thing that anyone can buy.
Okay.
So, and obviously she'll be the one making them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it's an exciting time. So, the future looks bright then.
The future looks very bright. You know, there's so many more things I want to do, equipment I want to get. You know, I have literally self-taught at all of this. And it's, if you'd have told me 10 years ago I'd been doing this, I'd have told you were a liar. Because I was never one to think I was very artistic or anything like that. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, I would say you are. Especially
I try
open
really hard.
Especially staying open for more than 12 years.
Yeah.
And starting
And
from
it's
scratch.
been a very, very bumpy road, right? It's been, you know, we're in a small town, so that is more challenging as far as having a business and getting foot traffic and, you know, countless dollars. I don't know if I would say wasted or not, but not spent effectively on advertising. That's a big learning curve, and marketing. All these things that you don't realize when you open a business that
you
are
need.
very important. Yeah.
And so this is my hope, and again, this is the reason for the series, is that I can help small business owners with some marketing. Mm-hmm. I don't have a big reach on YouTube. We spoke about this before, mm-hmm. and the reason I'm doing this so I can somewhat help, and
That's great. That's
hopefully get your business out there, so people outside from this small town of Grimshaw can actually, you know who you are and what you're capable of, because a lot of towns up here, up north don't, and a lot of small business owners aren't really recognized anywhere else unless they travel 5 hours.
Social media, but for me, you know, I'm not the best at a lot of the social media stuff, and honestly, time is a big constraint. So even my Facebook page, you know, it's been a month since I've even posted anything, because you get so busy and you're trying to get jobs out the door and keep your customers happy that you don't, you know, stop to take a picture or, know, I have done, you know, tried doing some videos and stuff of embroidering and stuff, and they turned out well, but I'm so busy to try and focus on that aspect is really, really hard.
Well, you almost need somebody else that's dedicated.
You do, yeah.
So if there's anybody watching this that thinks that they can maybe help Kristy, send her a message.
Yeah,
so
please.
Again, all our information's in the description below, so you'll have a chance to reach out. And let's expand our business.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's the goal of this series for me, is just helping local business owners expand their businesses and get more reach. It's kind of a win-win situation.
It is. And I mean, in this day and age, like I have actually gotten you know, a few clients from social media, Facebook and whatnot, you know, like Grand Prairie and stuff. So, I mean, farther than where we're at, which is great, right? I love it. But it is difficult to get that viral, you know, some businesses just get I don't know if they get lucky or if they have some magic formula that they...
Well, I'm looking for the formula. If I could get a video to go viral and then help a whole lot of people, that would be great.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, what does the future hold? What's the goal in the next 3 to 5 years for Heart and Soul? Or Heart Industrial. Sorry, I got my wife's business on my mind too.
You know, I just it's hard for me, it's hard to focus a lot on that. It is more just keeping the shelves stocked and you know, finding new different suppliers, a lot of stuff, and a lot, you know, with the clothing and whatnot. There's always new brands coming out and new things, and on the sign aspect of it, I mean, like I say, there's so many different pieces of equipment. none of which are very cheap, right? So you really have to do your research and kind of determine if there's a market for that, piece of equipment. Are you going to make your money back with it? Are you going to make money with it? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And are you, is it user friendly? Are you going to be able to train somebody else to use it? So those are all kind of factors I look at when, thinking about different things and different roads to go down, because there is so many in this industry, in this business. So
for sure. Lastly, do you want to give mention to any of, because I see a lot of equipment in here, and it might be a good idea to maybe let people know something. So like you said, you're a self-starter. You learned about all of this equipment on your own. You did a lot of research, a lot of time.
And I'm still learning. I mean, the program that I use for making signs and whatnot is, it's a very complex program. I was lucky enough that when I first got the vinyl cutter, that was the program I was using, and it ended up being the same program with the printer side of it. So I was, familiar with a little tiny bit of it, basically.
Yeah.
And I've been running that program for over 5 years, and I still am learning. And I will go, okay, I know I can do this on here. I just need to figure out how. So it's and you're gonna mess up, and I tell employees that when they start, like, don't think I'm gonna get mad or freak out, because that's kind of the nature of this business. You are gonna mess things up. It happens. You just need to be honest and let me know, and then we can move on and fix it, or whatever we need to do. So
now, with all of the equipment and all the programs, do you want to make mention of some of these products? Because again, this is for somebody who's starting out and who's had, so now you have the experience. You can tell somebody who's maybe thinking about starting a business like this. And maybe some of these.
I don't want anyone who started. Okay.
Well, not in Grimshaw. Okay, yes, we don't want anybody in Peace River or Grimshaw starting the same business. However, maybe
I would just say
the
biggest thing would be to do your research, because depending on what you are wanting to do, and like I say, there's so many different avenues you can go down, and specialize in different things. They're especially in bigger centers, so you can have it just doing construction signs, or just, there's people out in the city that all they do is make t-shirts.
Yeah.
And so kind of decide what you want to do, and then, like I say, do your research. If you have an opportunity to go and, check out the equipment, watch videos and stuff, so that it's not, you don't end up spending a whole bunch of money on something that you're not going to use or not going to enjoy using.
For sure. Now, because I'm not monetized, I don't have any product providers, promoting this video. But do you want to give a shout out to maybe one of the provider, or like one of the pieces of equipment, or one of the?
Well,
you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, then we won't.
I don't want to give too much up, Tom.
Okay, they're keeping their cards close. That's totally fine. All right. So, is there anything else that you want to let everybody know? You can say how they can reach out to you on social media. And again, I have all the information in the description below. So, but this is Kristy telling us what's best for her and how to reach out.
Well, I think I've really learned that being in business is not easy. We both know that. People that aren't in business, look at us and think, wow, they must be rich, or wow, and it's so far from the truth, and they have no idea the hours that we put into our businesses, and we're basically working all the time, right?
We are, yeah.
Answering phone calls, messages, emails at 8, 9 o'clock at night, on weekends. So you have to know going into starting a business that you have to be 100% dedicated. And I have seen a lot of people I know and friends and stuff over the years have businesses fail for that very reason, that they start off and then, the excitement wears off or whatever, they hit a rough patch and then they just kind of give up. So
yeah,
you have to persevere. Like I say, I've been through, a couple of recessions and a worldwide pandemic, and I'm still here. So
Yeah. It's an exciting time, so the future is bright.
It is, yeah, and I'm very excited. And this year has been an amazing year for the business, and yeah, I'm just plugging away. So
That's good. Well, thank you for letting me come in here, disturb your day.
that's okay.
Because we had to do this video for you, but.
Yes. And so Tom will post my links. I have Facebook pages. That's probably what I'm most active on, is Facebook. So I do have a page for Heart Industrial Supply as well as Mile Zero Signs and Promotional. If anyone has any questions, they can definitely message. I monitor those messages regularly. So yeah, or place an order or anything like that.
All right. Yeah. So again, links in the description below. Again, thank you for watching Tommensense, and I will be back in this series with another business owner, somebody local to the Peace region. And again, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking. And always remember, Tommensense, because common sense isn't so common.